Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Paul. I have been living and working abroad for more than 19 years. I currently live in South Korea and I left the United Kingdom a long time ago in search of a much better, brighter future. Now today's video is from JasonLivinginChina. I'm going to do a little kind of reaction video to this because it pretty much goes along with the content that I produce here. Now he currently lives and works in China and he's on his way back to the UK for some kind of visit. And this was his experience. So let's watch this together. I'll pause it sometimes and give you my opinion on what we see and what he does. And hope you like it. Let's go.
Broken Britain, back in England, and take a look at my case. There's a damn wheel missing on my case.
Okay, I'm going to pause it already. I just want to say something about Heathrow. So right there you see he has a suitcase. He arrived from China and he's already missing a wheel. Now, that is not surprising for me. I've had some terrible experiences in Heathrow. The staff are absolutely miserable. I'm not going to say all because I haven't dealt with all, but they're miserable people. They're really rude. No manners. It was a terrible experience, and as soon as I got into Heathrow, I wanted out of Heathrow.
Welcome back to Broken Britain. What is going on here? Look at the trash.
Okay, look at the trash. Maybe that's a good symbol of what our country currently is in other people's eyes. This is central London, a pretty expensive part of London as well. And look at the state of that, folks. The birds are going in about it, trying to get some food. Maybe they're hungry. This is central London. What the heck is going on here? Where's the bins, right? What's the council doing? Broken Britain.
It's a total for fish and chips and a coffee. £32.64. State of this.
This is the London Tube Underground, and on the side of this train, I don't know if you can see it, but I think it says terminate. Maybe that's what we should be doing with our British government at this moment in time. Terminate. The subway, from my experience, is pretty old. It's pretty dilapidated. It needs work. It feels like it's about 100 years old. It's small. It smells. It's dirty, and that's a real shame. Especially when a tourist, their first thing that they see is probably the underground system.
Why is there just rubbish and trash all over the place? Is this not one of the richest countries and richest cities in the world? Why is there a cardboard box there?
You've seen just before the trash in the ground, and he mentioned the fact that this is one of the richest countries, richest cities in the world. Yeah, true. But it doesn't match up to what it represents or what it shows today to the outside world. As taxpayers in the UK, you are supporting this system. And I know most of you don't support it, but what you're doing by working and living there and by paying tax is you are supporting this system. I left over 19 years ago. I don't support this. That's why I don't pay into it. Now what you see here on the floor is old pieces of chewing gum crumpled into the pavement. How wonderful.
On the floor, and some more homeless people. What's this even? There's a bike, just a missing wheel.
What you see here is the shell of a bike, the frame. Now this is not only London. I lived in Vancouver, Canada for 1 year, and I actually experienced this a lot. This is homeless people or people on drugs or whatever it may be. They will basically vandalize, they will rob, they will take the things that they can take to make money to feed their habit. Okay, or to feed themselves. Now what you see here is a frame, missing the wheels, the pedals, all the expensive parts are gone. This frame is probably only there because it cannot come off without metal cutters, right? So this is not only a London thing, but yeah, I mean, please, London, get yourself together. Remove the frame, right? Look at these leaves. These leaves are probably about 3 months old. They're probably starting to dissolve into the pavement, right? Erode the pavement. It's just really poor, and it's just a symbol of how London's going and how the UK is going these days.
What has happened to my country? What has happened to the UK? Look at this. We just came down to the underground. Look at the state of it. What is this concrete junk? No.
What is this concrete junk? I like it. I do like it. This is the first thing you're going to see as a tourist once you get out of Heathrow, right? If you're going to grab the train, this is the underground system. Look at that, folks, for an image to say, welcome to the UK, right? Where's the Union Jacks? Where's the teapots? Where's the cups of tea? Where's the picture of the king? Where is the British flag, right? Where is anything that looks remotely British about this place, apart from the greyness, the dilapidated state? Maybe that is what we symbolize as British.
Look at that up there. What is going off up there?
Ooh, nasty, right? I think it needs some work, needs some upkeep. London Council, government of the United Kingdom, get a grip of yourselves. This is unacceptable, and it's exactly why most of us left the country, because it's going downhill fast.
I want to go back to China already. What kind of style is this? 100-year-old style?
I've actually been to China. I've been to Beijing. It's not a perfect place, sure, but it looks better than this. What I want to say here is a very important point, that British people who live in the United Kingdom right now, they probably don't see what we see from the outside. Okay, now I say the outside, I haven't lived there for over 19 years. Now I've been away from my family for over 19 years, so when I go back and I see my mum, I can notice a difference in my mum. If I haven't seen her for 5 years, I see the difference. Whether it is in the way she looks or the way she acts, whatever it may be, you can see a change in time. I can see a change in time when I look at the UK these days, and it's not a good thing. It's just getting worse. There's no investment, right, in infrastructure. There's no investment in anything. There's nothing put into the system to make it look better, to attract new people, new investors, new educated people from abroad. There's nothing. Everything good about the UK that we had is gone, or it's been taken out, or it's been milked dry. Now, when I look at this from the outside, I see a country that's going downhill fast. But British citizens don't see it, because every single day they live in this. So it's not recognizable to them, the decline. It's not as obvious as it is to us from the outside, as travelers from the UK or as foreigners, of other countries. So what I would say is the British citizens these days have this attitude like, yeah, the country's not in a great state, but it's not as bad as people say. It is, people. Wake up. It is probably worse than we are saying. Just you're not able to see it clearly because you live there every single day. There's his little son. So what do you think, little guy? What's his opinion about being back in the UK? Maybe for the first time.
Think. No, yeah.
Okay, children are great because children often tell the truth, or pretty much always tell the truth. So yeah, what he's saying probably matters more than what we are saying.
We're trying to get in with a pram. That's speechless. Don't even have pram access. Can barely even get my three-legged case in because they took a damn wheel off. Damn Heathrow Airport. I'm
just trying to see, is there any workers here in the background? There is. This guy that was over here with his high vis, he's now here. So he works in the underground system. He could be here helping this poor family with a mom with the buggy and the cases and the little boy. But he's probably so ashamed of the place that he works in and the way it looks that he's just turning his back. And you know what? I don't blame him, because this looks like a complete dump.
This is the first station you see when you arrive in the United Kingdom, one of the richest countries in the world. This is what foreigners see when they arrive here. You would think it'd be a bit better, you know.
A few moments later.
Still waiting on this so-called train to turn up. It's been ages.
3 days later.
Oh my god, look at the state of this.
Terminate the system. Where is the investment? Where does all this tax money go? I mean, apart from going to other countries, where is the tax money going to increase the infrastructure, the public transportation in the country? Where is it going? It's not. This has not been touched. At least get some soap and water and just erase it from the carriage. Why can't you do that? Why is it still there? This is the first thing that tourists see. And when they see that, it doesn't leave a good impression. First impressions are most important.
What is this train even? 100 years old? What a state. Just look at this.
Would you look at that, folks? Wonderful, beautiful. Oh, it looks great, right? Culture of the United Kingdom. Disgusting. Old chairs, old seats, manky doors. It's not a place you want to stay in for any more than one stop, right? No. Get me out of here is what I'd be thinking.
Why is it not going yet?
Why is the train not going? Because everything in England's broken and slow. Do you want to go back to China?
This poor little guy, the face of the common tourist that tells the truth, right? Take me back home already. He's already want to go back to China. He's only just arrived. Thanks, Keir Starmer. Thanks, British government. This is exactly the message you're giving to the wonderful tourists that choose your country. I'm going to take you now to the hotel. This couple with their kids stayed in a hotel. I think it's the Holiday Inn in London. So let's have a look at their experience so far.
The Holiday Inn here in Bloomsbury. This room costs us 2,750 RMB per night. £300.
£300 for a night in a Holiday Inn. What are they smoking? What are they thinking? This is disgraceful. It's not even separate rooms, right? It's just one shared room. Absolutely rip-off. They are just milking the tourists dry. But wait a second. If you pay £300 a night in London, then surely you're going to get a nice view, right? Or something. Let's have a look at this room. Must be something worth the £300 a night.
Let's take a look at the view. How's the view? Oh, just some kind of...
That's what £300 a night gets you in London, folks. Holiday Inn. Depressing. Just like broken Britain.
It's like 10, 11 a.m. We've got to put the lights on because if you notice in this room, look in the middle here, there's no main light. There's just got these two lights. And why is that? Because in the UK, the electricity prices are the highest in the world. It's an absolute rip-off here in broken Britain. So
the hotel is trying to save money, as you can see. So the main light of the bedroom has been taken out because electricity prices are insane in the UK. And they have replaced them with these little, probably battery-powered LED lights to save money. Okay, but saving money while charging £300 a night for that is exactly what he said. Rip off Britain. Doesn't leave a good taste in your mouth, folks, right?
look at this. I mean, I don't understand what's going on.
I'll be honest, folks, there's one thing that I really don't like, and that's littering. I've never understood a person who just, drinks a drink and throws it on the ground. It's not something I relate to. I don't accept it. But at least, have some bins. Is there any bins here? I don't see any bins. But I see trash. I see boxes. I see leaves that have probably been there for 3 or 4 months. Just left, right? There's no one there cleaning it up. There's no sweepers. It doesn't look well kept. So make what you want of that. Can I just say here, everybody, I'm actually surprised that he's out walking in the UK, in London, and he's not been mugged yet. He's not lost his phone. He's not had his camera stolen. I am surprised that he's not been abused yet.
These streets are absolutely filthy. There's filth. What's this? What's this even? There's a bike just missing wheels there. What's going on? What has happened? Keir Starmer, you've got a lot to answer for.
Keir Starmer, we've got a lot of questions for the guy, right? But he's got no answers. That's one thing for sure, that he doesn't have answers.
Train now up to Sheffield from London, and we just came to a little restaurant here. Zhao ordered fish and chips, and I ordered a coffee, right? You're not going to believe the price of this. Fish and chips cost us £24. £24 for fish and chips, right? My coffee, my Americano, £4, right? Then it gets worse. So that comes to £28 for fish and chips and a coffee, right? Plus service charge, 13%. I never agreed to any service charge.
Service charge of 13%, I guess. I think that's pretty crazy, but I guess they can charge you whatever they want, right? If you choose to go into the restaurant, then you should pay it, if they let you know. or if it's clearly visible on the menu or somewhere else. I don't see any service charge mentioned here. I obviously can't see the menu, but if they've not let him know about a service charge, then that is illegal and he should not be paying 13%. So £24 for fish and chips, rip off. £4 for the coffee, not so bad, right? I guess pretty standard. Then you've got a service charge of 13%, illegal if they haven't told you. And wait for it, guys, there's something else coming up here. Have a listen.
On top of that, charity. Discretionary charity. £1. I never agreed.
I don't have a problem with charity, and I think charities are great if they are given to the right people, right? A lot of charities do the best thing, and the money that they get goes to helping other people in need. But this right here is a scam. The restaurant have taken £1 from him to give to charity. Now that charity is probably not even mentioned, and it will go towards their profits at the end of the year. So what you've got here is a restaurant in a touristy area ripping you off for fish and chips, ripping you off illegally by charging you 13% service charge, and then illegally taking £1 for a charity that nobody knows about without even asking you. Unacceptable. Rip off. They're milking you dry. How do you think a tourist feels when that happens to them? Not great. Are they going to come back with a big smile on their face? Unlikely. Okay, I'm just going to end the video here with this little guy. I think he deserves it after his hard time in the UK. The United Kingdom is one of the most expensive countries to live in the world, especially a city like London. Yet, the amenities and the infrastructure are completely outdated, they're inadequate, and they're simply embarrassing. The government seems to lack money, but they tax you like hell. And they squander all of that money with very little to show. The UK is clearly a horrible place that only rips off tourists, those people that they should be protecting if they want to keep bringing them back, right, for future business, repeat business. But instead they're trying to rip them off just like they're ripping off every single British citizen that lives and works there today. Thanks for watching, folks. Leave a like, subscribe if you can, and I'll see you next time. So long.